The last lesson in chapter 4 is all about parallel lines and perpendicular lines. So here's just some basic info about parallel lines. Parallel lines never intersect and they rise and run at the same rate. So if they rise and run at the same rate, that must mean that they have same slopes. Their slopes are equal to each other. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines intersect to form right angles. So when two lines intersect and they form a right angle, we would say that the lines are perpendicular. Their slopes are opposite and reciprocal. So if we have a given line that has a slope of 2/3, then the perpendicular slope, and the symbol for perpendicular is an upside down T, so the perpendicular slope would be opposite, so it would be negative, and it would be reciprocal. So switch the sign and flip the fraction. Given line, 2/3, perpendicular line, -3/2. These would be the slopes of perpendicular lines. So I've got two examples for us to work through. So here's the first one. Write an equation of the line that contains the point 4, 4 and is parallel to the given line. The first thing we need is the slope of the given line. So in order to find the slope of the given line, since it's on the graph, we can just count it. So from the bottom point, let's rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're rising 8 and we're running 1, 2. So rise 8, run 2. So our given line has a slope of 8/2, and of course 8/2 reduces to 4. So our given line has a slope of 4. We want our new line to be parallel to the given line. So that means we're going to keep the slope exactly the same. So our given slope is 4, and our given point is 4, 4. So if we know a point and we know a slope, we're going to plug this information into the point-slope form. Point-slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x of 1. So let's plug in. Y minus 4 equals 4, our slope, times x minus 4. Lots of 4's. So let's distribute the 4, and we get y minus 4 equals 4x minus 16. And we're going to finish solving for y for our new line by adding 4 to both sides. And we get y equals 4x minus 12. So our new line that passes through our point 4, 4 is y equals 4x minus 12. We can graph that. 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1. Our new line is going to be parallel to our given line. There we go. Second example. Write an equation of the line that contains the point 2, -4 and is perpendicular to the given line. So first thing we need from the given line is the slope. We can count it or we can use the slope formula. Let's use the slope formula. So the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's plug in our values here. If you need to label them, then go for it. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2. So let's plug in those values into the slope formula. 4 minus 7 over 6 minus 0. So our given line's slope, first of all, we can see that it is a falling line, a falling or decreasing function. So it better be negative, and it is. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. 6 minus 0 is 6. Negative 3 over 6 reduces to negative 1/2. So our given slope is negative 1/2. But we want a line to be perpendicular to this given line. Now recall that perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite and reciprocal. So if our given slope is negative 1/2, our perpendicular slope will be opposite. So if our given slope is negative, our new slope is positive. And then flip the fraction, 2 over 1. So our new slope of our new line is positive 2. And our new line is going to pass through to negative 4. So we know a point and we know the slope. We're going to plug it into the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x of 1. Let's plug it in. Y minus negative 4 minus a negative will become plus a positive equals our new slope, which is 2, times x minus x of 1, which is 2. So here's our new line in the point slope form. We're going to use the distributive property and solve for y. So y plus 4 equals 2x minus 4. The last step to solve for y is to subtract 4 from both sides. Y equals 2x minus 8. Our new line is y equals 2x minus 8. So let's graph this line. So first thing we know is that our new line has a slope of positive 2. So we can go up 2 over 1, 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 down 2, back 1, down 2, back 1. Wanted everybody to see that our new line definitely does have a y-intercept of negative 8, and there it is right there. So here's my new line. My new line is perpendicular to my given line, meeting to form a right angle right there. So that's my new line. Parallel and perpendicular. One more time. Parallel lines never intersect. They rise and run at the same rate because they have same slopes. Perpendicular lines meet to form right angles, and if they meet to form right angles, then their slopes are opposite and reciprocal.